Good morning, ma'am. This is a video report of Group 3.
First is science. The topic is all about science, technology, and society in the human condition. This module introduces students to a number of relevant and timely philosophical foundations that will aid in explaining the function, rules, and impacts of science and technology on society. So, this module teaches students the basic ideas needed to understand how science technology shape society. Module helps us students understand and affect society by exploring important philosophical ideas. Next is science, technology, and society in the human condition. This module is divided into 5 sections. These sections aim to provide students with cogent and comprehensive knowledge on the concept of human flourishing in the face of rapid scientific progress and technological development. So, this module have 5 sections that help students understand the science, technology, and also technology affect human life, and focuses on how people can live well with find meaning even as science technology change the world around them. Next, section 1, technology as a way of revealing. Section 1, technology as a way of revealing. This section tackles the essence of technology. Based on Martin Heidegger's work, The Question Concerning Technology. The section shall engage in the process of questioning concerning technology, discuss the key concept related to Heidegger's work and how this concept related to understanding of the essence of technology. So this section explores essence technology based on Martin Heidegger is ideas to question concerning technology. Heidegger argues that technology is more than just tools. It is a way of understanding and interacting with the world. Next is section 1, technology as a way of revealing. Intended the learning outcomes at the end of the section that students should be able, first, differentiate an essence of technology in the modern technology. Second, discuss the illustrate the dangers of modern technology. And 3, explain why art is saving power of modern technology. So, differentiate the technology in modern technology. Understand that technology is a way of uncovering truth, while modern technology focuses more efficiently and control dangers efficiently control. Second is dangers of modern technology. Can harm human, pollution, climate change, and control people's lives, social media, addiction, job loss, and AI. Third is art. Art is saving power modern technology. Art helps people think, feel, and affect on life. It remains as the creativity of human values is just efficiently. Art balances technology by keeping humanity and culture alive. Next is, who is Martin Heidegger? Heidegger. Yeah. Heidegger. The essence of technology is by no means anything technological. Martin Heidegger in 1977. Martin Heidegger is 1976, was German philosopher. Known for his work in existentialism and phenomenology, he explores the nature of being, how humans relate to the world. One of his key ideas is technology is not just a tool and machines, but a way of understanding and revealing reality. Meaning of the quote, the essence of technology is by no means anything technological, is ito ay yung tungkol sa mga gadget, hindi lang tungkol sa mga gadget, makina, or ang makina. Ang tunay nitong kahulugan ay kung paano binago ng pananaw at pakikitungo ng mga tao sa mundo. Ayon kay Heidegger, ginawang pagkukunan ng modernong technology ang lahat ng mga bagay maaaring humadlang sa mas malalim na pag-iisip at mas makahulugang karanasan sa buhay. Next. Si Martin Heidegger naman was a famous 20th century of German philosopher. He was a part of continental philosophy tradition and strongly opposed positivism and domination of technology. His ideas influenced post-modern thinkers like Jacques Jean and Francois Lyotard. So, acknowledged as one of the most important is philosophers of 20th century German philosopher was part of the continental tradition philosophy.
Ng calculative thinking or mapanuring pag-iisip batay sa pagkalkula. Hindi may kailan na ang dagham at teknolohiya o modernisasyon ng lipunan, ngunit hindi dapat ito maging dahilan upang matalikuran ang etika at moralidad. Sa halip, dapat nitong suportahan ang pag-unlad ng kasabay ng pagsulong ng agham at teknolohiya. The essence of technology can be captured in its definition in his treatise, The Question Concerning Technology. Martin Heidegger, 1977, explained the two widely embraced definitions of technology. Number one is instrumental, and the number two is anthropological. Instrumental technology is a means to an end. Technology is not an end in itself, it is a means to an end. In this context, technology is viewed as a tool available to individual, groups, and communities that desires to make an impact on society. How technology is used varies from individual to individual, groups to groups, and communities to communities according to their individual and collective functions, goals, and aspirations. While technology is omnipresent, knowing its function requires paying attention to how humans use it as means to the end. In this sense, technology is an instrumental aim at getting things done. Ang teknolohiya ay hindi layunin sa kanyang sarili, kundi isang paraan upang makamit ang isang layunin sa pananaw na ito. Ang teknolohiya ay isang kasangkapan na maaaring gamitin ng mga individual, grupo at komunidad upang paggawa ng pagbabago sa lipunan. Ang paggamit ng teknolohiya ay ang nag-iiba-iba depende sa pangangailangan at mitihin ng isang tao, organisasyon o pamamayan. Ang teknolohiya ay makapangyarihan, ngunit mahalagang maunawaan kung paano ito gamitin upang makamit ang isang layunin. Instrumental technology means to an end. Technology is a tool that can be used to address different issues of a problem. Ang teknolohiya ay isang paraan upang makamit ang isang layunin. The way technology is applied can vary depending on the goals of a department or organization. Ito ay isang kasangkapan na maaaring gamitin upang lutasin ang iba't ibang suliranin. When choosing technology, it's important to consider the business objectives and the end goal. So, and technology can have both positive and negative impacts on society, the environment, and individuals. It's important to really technology without becoming enslaved to it. Example, e-commerce platforms help many business survive during the lockdown when physical stores were closed. So, ang mga e-commerce platforms daw ay nakatulong sa maraming negosyo upang makaligtas ng lockdown nang sarado ang mga physical na tindahan. Automating processes can save time and money, but it's important to consider whether it's more cost-effective to process the data manually. So, automation o proseso ay maaring makatipid ng oras at pera. Ngunit kailangan suriin kung mas practical pa rin ang mano-manong pagproseso. Anthropological. Technology is a human activity. Alternatively, technology can also be defined as a human activity because to achieve an end and to produce and use a means to an end is by itself a human activity. The production or invention of technological equipment, tools and machines, the products and inventions, and the purpose and functions they serve are what define technology. Anthropological ay isang gawain ng tao. Ang teknolohiya ay isang gawain ng tao sapagkat ang paggawa ng mga kagamitan, makina at sistema ay isang produkto ng talino at malikaing pag-iisip ng tao. Ang mga invention at layunin ng teknolohiya ay sumasalamin sa kung paano nilikha at ginagamit ito ng tao upang makamit ang isang layunin. Ang teknolohiya ay hindi lamang isang bagay kundi isang dinamikong proseso na may epekto sa kultura at lipunan. Technology as a way of revealing. Heidegger believed that technology's essence is a way of revealing that challenges for nature as standing reserved for human use. This revealing process, called reframing, reduces nature's ability to reveal itself, while technology possesses dangers if it consumes humanity. Its essence itself is not problematic. Heidegger says that technology is a mode of revealing. Technologies come to presence in the real, where revealing and concealment take place, where aletheia, truth, happens. Thus, technology reveals the truth of the world, and revealing is something that gives or shows itself. So, ayon kay Heidegger, ang diwa ng teknolohiya ay isang paraan ng pagbubunyag sa mundo sa pamamagitan ng teknolohiya na tuklasan at nagamit ng mga tao ang kalikasan bilang isang reserba. Standing reserve or ang prosesong ito ng tinatawag na enframing ay naglilimta sa kakayahan ng kalikasan at ipakita ang sarili nito ng natural. Gayunpaman, hindi likas na masama ang teknolohiya. Ang problema ay kapag ito ay lumalamon sa sangkatauhan. Ayon kay Heidegger, ang teknolohiya ay umiiral sa larangan kung saan nagaganap ang pagbubunyag at katotohanan. Ibig sabihin, sa pamamagitan ng teknolohiya ay napapakita ang katotohanan ng mundo. Ang pagbubunyag ay isang proseso kung saan may pinakita o inilahad ang isang bagay. Heidegger believed that technology is a way of revealing the world and that it's not just a tool or a human activity. He thought that technology reveals the world as raw materials for humans to control and dominate. He believed that modern technology challenges nature rather than bring it forth. So, si Heidegger daw naniniwala siya na ang teknolohiya ay isang paraan upang ihayag ang mundo. And ito ay hindi lamang isang kasangkapan o aktibidad ng tao, ngunit ang modernong teknolohiya ay nagpapakita sa mundo bilang isang bagay na maaaring kontrolin at dominahin ng mga tao. Sa halip, tutulungan ang kalikasan, ang makabagong teknolohiya ay nagiging isang puwersang naglalagay ng hamon dito.
He believed that technology can endanger humanity if we become consumed by it and lose our essence. So according to Martin Heidegger, ang teknolohiya ay maaaring magdudulot ng panganib sa sangkatauhan kung tayo ay masyadong madadala dito at mawawala ang ating tunay na pagkatao. He believed that art can encourage meditative thinking and address the dangers of modern technology. He believed that we must find a way to rely on technologies without becoming enslaved to this technological revealing of reality. Technology as poesis, does modern technology bring forth or challenge forth? So, ang teknolohiyang bilang poesis ay isang konsepto na tumitingin sa teknolohiya bilang isang proseso ng paglikha o paggawa. Ang ideya ay hindi lamang ang teknolohiya ay isang tool, kundi ito ay isang puwersa na lumilikha ng bagong mga realidad at mga posibilidad. Ancient Greek words are concepts that can be understood as bringing forth. Poesis, it refers to the act of bringing something out of the consummate. So, ang poesis ay tumutukoy sa pagkilos ng palabas ng isang bagay mula sa pagkatao. Ito ay isang proseso ng paglikha o pagbubunyag o pagpapakita ng isang bagay na dating hindi nakikita o hindi alam. Aletheia. It is translated as uncluseness, disclosure, or truth. So, ang aletheia ay isang karaniwang sinasaling bilang uncluseness or disclosure o truth. Ito ay tumutukoy sa pag-alis ng pagtatago, pagbubunyag ng katotohanan o pag-unawa sa tunay na kalikasan ng isang bagay. Next, techne. It is the revelation of truth into the splendor of radiant appearance. It resembles the term episteme, the human ability to make and perform. Techne. So, ang techne ay tumutukoy sa kakayahan ng tao na gumagawa at magsasagawa. Ito ang isang uri ng kaalaman na nakatuon sa paggawa, paglikha, at paggamit ng mga tool o teknolohiya. Ang episteme naman ay tumutukoy sa kaalaman o pag-unawa. Ito ay isang mas malawak na konsepto kaysa sa techne at tumutukoy sa pangkalahatang kaalaman ng isang tao tungkol sa mundo. Technology as challenge form. It prompts people into dominating and inframing the Earth's natural resources, challenging for to those objects as standing, reserved, or something to be disposed of by those who inframe them humans. This is evident in the way people exploit natural resources with very little concern for the ecological consequences that come with it. Challenging forth as a result of modern technology is also evident in the information age, such that greater control of information to profit from its value gives rise to concerns about privacy and the protection of human rights. So, ang teknolohiya bilang challenging force ay nagpapahiwatig na ang teknolohiya ay nagtutulak sa tao na kontrolin at gamitin ang mga likas na yaman ng mundo para sa sariling kapakinabangan, nang hindi sinasaalang-alang ang mga epekto nito sa kalikasan. Next, framing as modern technology way of revealing. In the question concerning technology, Martin Heidegger describes framing as the way modern technology reveals the world and the way that humans order the world for control. So, para kay Heidegger, ang framing ay ang paraan ng pagbubunyag ng mundo sa atin ng modernong teknolohiya. Hindi ito tungkol sa paggamit ng tool, kundi tungkol sa pagtingin sa lahat ng bagay bilang mga standing reserve. mga bagay na dapat gamitin para sa ating mga layunin. In framing as modern technology way of revealing, if the essence of technology can be understood as way of bring forth the truth in the sense of poesis, Heidegger distinguished the way of revealing of modern technology by considering it as a process of inframing humankind's desire to control everything, including nature, is captured in this process. By putting things, in this case nature, in a frame, it becomes much easier for humans to control it according to their desires.
In framing as modern technology way of revealing, modern technology challenges humans to inframe nature. The role of human take as instrument of technology through inframing is called destining. In this destining, humans are challenged forth by engraving to reveal what is real to nature carries with it the danger of misconstruction or misinterpretation. Sa madaling salita, ang inframing ay isang pamamaraan kung saan ang teknolohiya ay nagtulak sa atin na tignan ang kalikasan bilang isang bagay na maaring kontrolin. Second slide is danger of technology. The danger of technology lies in how humans let themselves be consumed by it. For example, social media has indeed connected people in the most efficient and convenient way imaginable, but it also inadvertently gave rise to issues such as invasion of privacy, online distribution, and proliferation of fake news. The line has to be drawn between what constitutes beneficial use of social media and a dangerous one. For example is ang panganib ng teknolohiya ay nasa kung paano pinapayagan ng mga tao sila ay magsakop o malulong dito. Dangers of technology. Unexemplified of social media comes with both benefits and drawbacks. However, the real threats of technology comes from its essence, not in activities or products. The correct response to the danger technology is not simply dismissing technology altogether. Heidegger 1197 explained that people are delivered over the technology in the worst possible way. They regard it as something neutral. This conception of technology, according to Heidegger, to which today humans particularly like to pay homage, make them ultimately blind to the essence of technology. Ultimately, the essence of technology is by no means anything technological. Heidegger 1997. Gaya ng ipinapakita ng halimbawa, ang social media ay may mga benepisyo at mga kahinaan. Fourth slide is the Brazilian novelist Paulo Coelho once remarked that it is boastful for humans to think that nature needs to be saved, whereas Mother Nature would remain even if humans cases to exist. Si Paulo Coelho, ang tanyag na manunulat mula sa Brazil, ay nagkomento na may kabalintuan na pananaw ng mga tao. Ang iniisip nilang kailangan nilang iligtas ang kaligtasan. 5. Dangers of technology. According to Heidegger, limits our thinking. Technology can limit our ability to think and understand the world, reduce our relationship with reality. Technology can reduce our relationship with reality to one of expectations. Ayon kay Martin Heidegger, ang mga panganib ng teknolohiya ay maaaring magdulot ng malalim na epekto sa ating pag-iisip at relasyon sa mundo. Limits our understanding of nature. Technology can make nature seems like our resources to be used to economic ends rather than something to be relate to. Limits our understanding of ourselves. Technology can make us forget who we are human beings. Limits our understanding of alternatives. Technology can limit our ability to image other ways relating the world. Ayon kay Heidegger, ang teknolohiya ay may mga epekto na naglilimita sa ating pag-unawa sa kalikasan, sa ating sarili at sa mga alternatibong paraan ng pamumuhay. Art's the saving power. Necessary reflection. Once confrontations with technology are required in order to proactively address the danger of technology. Friedrich Aldrin, a German poet, quoted by Heidegger, said, "But wherever danger it grows, the saving powers also." 1997, page 14. Following this, the saving power can be traced exactly where the danger is in the essence of technology. As mentioned, this essence is not neutral, and by no means. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, ma'am. My name is Kalajin Ili Divas, and I will be discussing the continuation of art as a saving power. So Heidegger saw art as an act of mind, a techne that protected and had a great power over the truth. So Heidegger believed that art holds a unique role in revealing the truth. So for him, art is not just simply an object or a product, but for him it is a techne, which means craftsmanship, or which mean that requires a skills and understanding. So why it requires understanding? Because by focusing on art, people are able to see more clearly. And also, instead, it inspires meditative thinking. So what is meditative thinking means? So it means that to search for a deeper meaning, which will help to lessen the concern of being control of something. So, for example, so this photo by Andrew Wright, cell phone use is an unavoidable part of modern life, but it is becoming increasingly clear that individuals are engrossed in their phones even when walking outside. So, what is meaning of engrossed? So, it means occupying. And as we can see, the impact of modern technology on the human behavior, particularly on how the technology absorb us or absorb our mind and attention. Like in this photo, parang yung mga galamay po is parang ina-absorb yung attention natin papunta sa phone. And that's why even when we are walking is nakatutok tayo sa phone. That's why also Heidegger suggests that the technology is a powerful force. He suggests that art could act as a saving power. So through art, we encounter what he calls truth meaning, a process where hidden aspects of reality are brought to light, allowing us to see the world. Next, with the technology we have as of today, it shows that it consumes us into it more than what we expect for its use. So it simply means that marami pa tayong nakukonsume na time for phone, and nakakalimutan natin kung ano yung tamang gamit nito or the right usage of phone. ayun, like what I said kanina, it parang ina-absorb ito yung mind and attention natin. So, for example, ng right usage ng phone is for academic purposes, for communication, and for entertainment. But instead, halimbawa sa academic purposes is, instead of mag-research ng mga topic is, iba-iba na yung mga nire-research, lalo na yung mga trendings. And for communications naman is, instead of mag-chat sa kaklase kung ano yung assignment, is nakipag-chismisan. And lalo na in entertainment, dito na papasok yung social media and yung mga online games. Especially on online games is, instead na for entertainment lang na pampalubag loob, kaya hanggang sa naging greedy na sa paggagamit or paglalaro at nagiging habit na, and it will also lead to addictions. So that's are the negative effect of technology or cell phones. That's why Heidegger suggests that art could act as a saving power. So furthermore, this art, it expresses that we need cell phones indeed, but we should invest our time to look around instead of idle into technologies for most of the time. So instead is, like dito sa picture, parang pinapakita na yung awareness na dapat tumingin din sa paligid natin, hindi lang na parang inihigop lang tayo ng technologies. Next, the art portrays the concept of Heidegger about it as a saving power. This art shows that overusing or abusing technologies could conquer humanity. So example, if nakonquer na ng technology yung humanity, example nito is yung mga AI robots. For example, marami ng AI robots yung na-invent, and yung mga example, yung mga business firms or organization is nag-invest sa mga AI robots is maraming tao yung mawawalan ng trabaho kasi mas nag-invest sila sa mga AI robots kasi mas stronger than human strength. So, if not handled with proper limitation, it could serve as a danger to the world we are living in. So, it will lead to a danger kasi like what I said kanina, marami yung naa-addict sa cellphones, lalo na sa online games. So, marami ng cases ngayon yung namamatay dahil sa addiction. Hindi na kumakain sa kakalaro lang, parang ganun. So, the image used to act as the consequences in future technologies. Continue to control human being. So the art serves like an awareness for us to limit because it can also lead us a danger, like what I said kanina, marami nang na-addict sa cellphones. So we need to take responsibility of our actions, and we need to be careful of our actions towards the usage of technologies or cell phones. Next, as we can see, science and technology are really big help to our life. Science and technology easily brought us shortcuts in our daily life. So, especially on the transportation, yung mga machines, and mas madali na tayo nakakapunta kung saan natin gusto because of the machines like mga motor. And also, yung sa pagluluto, which is may mga rice cookers na, mas napapadali talaga yung daily life natin. But sometimes, it is also okay to go through the process because process is a progress. But if we think carefully, science and technology can destroy also our life. Science and technology are not only good, but it also brings harm to our lives. We don't know what happened or to our misuse or overuse of technology or science in our life. As they say that everything you do too much will cause you harm. An example yan, kanina yung for entertainment na sana, then nag-lead siya sa addictions. Science and technology, or what we call modern technology, we can be controlled or manipulate the modern technology, we can do something great about that. I say that technology can destroy our lives, we can't use them properly or if we overuse them. But this picture says that we can do a lot better by using modern technology. We can save the earth by it or save our world rather. This art is a warning to us that our doings will affect our world. Or it may have a possible event that can destroy our planet. So, instead na tayo yung yung technology yung magko-control sa atin, instead dapat tayo yung magko-control sa technologies and gamitin natin sa tama na to save our world. So, parang ganun po. Questioning as the piety of thought. So, this phrase means that questioning is a fundamental and respectful act in the pursuit of knowledge. So, Heidegger believed that to truly understand anything, we must continuously ask deep and meaningful questions. Heidegger concluded his treatise on technology as follows. The closer we come to danger, the more brightly do the ways into the saving power begins to shine, and the more questioning we become. For questioning is the piety of thought. So for me, the message of this quote is the danger is all around us, like how technology can control, limit, or distract us. But when we see the danger clearly, we may also see paths to something better. So parang habang nakikita na natin yung danger, parang doon na natin may isip na mag-avoid sa masamang effect nito. Or, so let's put it this way, like parang kailangan pang bang may masaktan or kailangan pang makasakit para maisip natin na sumobra tayo or mali na yung ginagawa natin. Then, that's where the saving power comes. And saving power isn't some external force. It's the power that comes from a deeper awareness. O, parang yung sinabi ko kanina, parang nagiging aware na tayo na sumobra tayo or mali na yung ginagawa natin. So, it is an awareness of who we are. So, maiisip natin if it is the right way to deal with technology or it is the right usage of technology. So, parang ngayon pa lang is dapat iniisip na natin or kune-question natin yung sarili natin kung ito ba talaga yung gusto natin maging gamit ang technology. Heidegger underscored the importance of questioning in the midst of technology. For him, there is an unparalleled wisdom gained only when man is able to pause, think, and question. So, Heidegger emphasizes that questioning is essential for understanding the deeper meaning of technology. Next, humans are swallowed by technology when they are caught up in framing of technology and fail to pay attention to the intricacies of technology, the brilliance of their purpose, and the genius of individuals that put them forth. So, for him, inframing means technology to turn nature into a source of efficient use. Yung parang sinabi ko kanina na dapat parang yung mga genius individuals is parang sila dapat yung mag-control ng technology para ma-save yung society natin or yung world natin. Next, it is only through questioning that we are able to reassess our position not only in the midst of technology around us but also and importantly in the grand scheme of things. So, through questioning, parang need natin i-reassess or i-consider yung position natin. Parang ngayon parang is dapat kuni-question na natin yung sarili natin if ito ba talaga yung gusto natin na maging gamit yung technology. Heidegger believes that questioning is crucial for understanding the world around us. Heidegger posited that it is through questioning that we bear witness to the crisis that complete preoccupation with technologies bring, preventing us from experiencing the essence of technology, and that a complete aesthetic mindedness prohibits us from guarding and preserving the essence of art. Thus, we need to take a step back and reassess who we are, and who are we becoming in the midst of technology. So, like what I said kanina, is parang ini-emphasize na yung pag-question natin sa sarili natin of who we are and who we are in the middle of technology. So parang he used art to invite us to slow down, to reflect, and to engage with the world in a more meaningful and authentic way.